How's it going, guys? It's Trader Neil here, coming at you with another crypto video. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be talking about AI coins and my top picks for this coming cycle. If you guys are excited and want to look at it from not only a TA perspective, but also in terms of valuation, that's the kind of thing we're going to be talking about today first and foremost. If you guys like these videos, I would of course appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel at Trader Neil, which you see here on YouTube. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers here, guys. 2.89, getting so close to it. So I know we're going to be able to hit that very soon. But before I get started, guys, I just want to let you know all the coins I look at today, all the trades that I'm looking to take, all of those with stop losses, take profits, and entries will be given in the Champs Discord server, link in the description below. Join us, and it is the best Discord server out there. We've got crypto alpha every week, daily VCs, live streams, all of it. So if you guys want to join, the link is in the description, and let's get started. All right, guys, so we're gonna go through my list here of the top AI cryptos, and just jumping straight into it. First one I'm going to be looking at today, guys, is a Render token. And so Render is one that has been around from cycle to cycle. And as you guys can see on the coin market cap point of view, out of all my AI coins that we're going to be going over today, guys, Render is the top one out there. It is the 37th biggest crypto out there, 3.9 billion market cap right now. So just letting you know that Render is going to be one of the bigger market cap cryptos out here for, you know, those that are more risked off and, you know, more risk averse. This is the kind of, let's say, coin that I would be recommending most people look at the very least, because if you're just jumping into the crypto space, guys, it's really important that, you know, you start out with just, you know, dipping your toes in the water rather than jumping all in into these coins. So something like Render would be a nice place to start in terms of that. And so looking at all of these coins today, guys, I'm going to be going it from a pretty much blank slate, because honestly, I think that's the best way to do it. I think you guys will like my live analysis, and we're going to be going at it from that point of view. This is my current thoughts on Render token, guys. As you guys can see, the 6.389 level has literally held as support ever since it was reclaimed here at the beginning of November, and now you've had your third bounce from that same level. You're getting pretty close to a supply line break here on Render, and locally you now have what I would consider to be 3 higher lows here on the chart. So would this be a coin that I'm expecting a markup pretty soon? This is the way that I'll put it. As long as Render is above this 4H order block, I am expecting higher prices on this one to come. Are they going to happen? And nothing is guaranteed, but at the moment, I would not be surprised to see this level hit at 7.94 coming up pretty soon. And then in terms of a range, just take a volume pull from the beginning of Render to current prices. You already have flipped the point of control here at 7.15, so expecting a move to the value area high next wouldn't be out of the question at all, in my opinion. And from here to there, you've got a 14.4% move. To be honest with you guys, I actually did give a Render market long earlier in Champs Only in the Discord server I talked about. So if you guys want to see the full setup and how I'm taking it, subscribe there, guys. I mean, that's the best way to be able to get in touch with me, as well as see the trades that I'm taking on a daily basis. But yep, Render is the first AI coin for the day. Next, we're going to talk about a Bittensor coin, Tau. Looking at it in terms of coin market cap, guys. Tau here. Out of all the cryptos out there, it is the 41st biggest crypto in the space, 3.7 billion market cap. And overall, you can buy and sell this one on, honestly, a lot of exchanges. I remember when I was first trading Tau, probably like a year and a half ago, something like that, or maybe it was just a year ago. It was literally only listed on BitGet out of all the centralized exchanges, I remember. And I remember using the BitGet USDT chart first and foremost on TradingView for Tau back in the day. And now there's so many of them out there, but it's pretty insane to see how far things have come since those times. But looking at the Tau chart here now, guys, Tau is another one that has held a big support zone for multiple months now. This one has been even longer than Render. Tau's been holding this $400 level literally since September. And it's interesting to me because here on Tau, what I like is that these equal lows finally got run on this wick down here, and you had a reclaim right after. So yesterday's daily candle came and retested that level, and you had a daily bullish engulfing candle here. This is exactly the kind of sign of strength that you want to see for these coins to be able to get another push up. And honestly, guys, I would not be surprised if we saw a $500 Tau in the near future at this point. Now, if we get another push down and this support zone doesn't hold, I would be very interested in taking a Tau long at these lower prices. Let's see. Volume pool isn't working. It's all good. Oh, there it goes. TradingView lagging just a bit. Bear with me, guys. Not only do you have your value area high of your bottom range here, but you also have a macro golden pocket where you got your first bounce from already. Where I would be very interested in Tau is this 362 level. That would be a near perfect retest of your previous range highs here. And I would be looking for a setup along these lines between 362 and 334. However, that only comes into play if we get a loss of these lows at 400. And for now, that hasn't happened yet. So let's see what ends up going on here on Tau in the near future. All right, guys, next coin we're going to be looking at is Fetch AI. So this one is pretty insane, guys. I've got a long history with Fetch. Back whenever I was pretty new to giving out my trades on Discord and that sort of thing, FET was one of the first coins that I actually ever sent out as a trade setup. And so looking at FET on this chart, I don't even know if it goes back that far on here. Yeah, so it was literally down in this accumulation zone in the summer of 2023. So that was literally a year and a half ago at this point. I remember giving them a FET setup down here at 17 cents or so. Not 17, about like 19 or so, 17. It didn't even hit those prices. But yeah, it was around 19. And seeing this thing take off the way it did, I just couldn't believe it. And so FET is one that, you know, I would say was probably the biggest winner in the last cycle in terms of AI, and honestly it's probably the first biggest AI boom player that's been out there. This thing moved up in March of last year all the way up to 3.15 bucks, guys. It's pretty amazing to see. And looking at the chart now, I honestly think this one is gearing up for another markup phase very soon. As you guys can see, this one hit a near perfect 886 wherever you take the pull from. Here I like it personally from this wick right there. Actually, let's go with something like that. This is what you guys get with live analysis, right to the T, my current thoughts on these trades. So we've got a higher time frame bullish shark here on FET, and after this low is formed, guys, you have been uptrending since then. Maybe not the cleanest uptrend with these wicks and that sort of thing, but in my opinion, as long as you're just making these higher lows all the way through on FET, which to me has not been invalidated as of now, this thing looks like it's going to continue up. And I would be one to say that as long as it's really above this 1.12 level, I would not be surprised to see this put in another high pretty soon. And I think you get resolution of the supply line soon, so definitely keep an eye on FET. And from a TA perspective, that's what I think. In terms of a market cap, this thing is sitting at the 44th biggest crypto. So we're still in the top cryptos here, guys. We're in the top 50 still. So if you're looking for lower market cap stuff, not there just yet, but so far so good. And that's pretty much where you're seeing FET in terms of market cap. And this one you can trade on pretty much any big exchange still. All right, so there's FET. Next one we're going to talk about is virtuals here, guys. So virtuals has pretty much taken the AI and AI agent field by storm the past month or so. This thing has risen to the 55th biggest crypto, and it is not listed on a lot of exchanges here, guys. This one's still quite new. If I go to the chart here, you can really see that. It was only listed on Binance here, literally back in December. So like I said, only really about a month old. And this one had an amazing pump over the last month. 250% from those lows to the high here. And thus far has put in a pretty nice bounce, I will say, here on virtuals. In terms of like a harmonic, I think this one just hit the 886 here. Maybe overshot it just a bit, but not bad. Pretty good reaction from there, guys. And now I think the biggest thing is like, where would you be looking at for a potential pullback? I do like that this put in a strong rally, but at the same time, I think it is quite important for this coin to hold this support zone here. Pretty much, I would honestly make it about here, down to this wick. So from 3.14 all the way up to 3.33, that was your previous top here on the 16th of December before it moved down, and virtual struggled whenever it hit that same area before busting on through it and turning into support. So what I would like to see, that honestly would be like a very, very clean trade, is a move down here, a fill of this zone, and then a higher low potentially before higher prices. I feel like this would be the ideal scenario if you wanted to take a virtual long. And at the moment, I do think, let me pull a anchored VWAP here from this low, current price. So it depends on when this chop really starts. This anchored VWAP could come up and pretty much be a nice confluence for you whenever price comes down to these levels. But in terms of like a buy opportunity, this is exactly where I would be looking for a higher low, like I mentioned, for something like this potentially. All right, so that's virtuals. Next one on my list is AI16Z here, guys. So this one's pretty insane because Mark Andreessen and the team at Andreessen Horowitz with 16Z, they literally made their own AI agent here with Elisa. And this thing has been absolutely on a tear as well in terms of the AI agent space. This one is the 74th biggest crypto bar market cap. And in terms of, let's say, like exchanges, this thing has been getting listed on a lot of the bigger ones, especially Bybit. Coinbase, Binance, none of that has happened yet as of now. But in terms of a chart, AI16Z here, I wouldn't consider it to be as good as virtuals. The reason why I say that, you see here on virtuals how you have this higher high structure here. Well, on AI16Z, you don't have a higher high structure. You actually have a 4-hour lower high being put in here. And this bearish order block that you guys are seeing has been used again as resistance. So in terms of what I would want to see for support zones, you're already at one right now between 1.35 and 1.3. If this doesn't hold, then I personally would not be interested in taking a trade here until you get a potential double bottom. So best case scenario is that you just put in a higher low here and shoot up. But what I honestly do anticipate, because this was a lower high confirmed, is a slightly higher low before barreling through and making new highs. Of course, if these don't hold, then I would be looking for somewhere in this zone, at least at 0.78. But I would be expecting another bounce here, at least a try at a bounce. Worst case scenario that I would see would be something like this and an immediate lower high before lower. But at the moment, you know, this thing had an amazing run. From its lows back here in November to current prices, literally went up 2,000%, guys. So seeing it have a pullback now shouldn't be super surprising. All right, so that's another pick that I've got. All right, guys, and then I'm sure this is a coin that a lot of you guys are acquainted with. This is Senor Fartcoin here. So Fcoin has been absolutely on a tear since it put in this low back here. This literally tapped the top of this 4-hour bullish order block, and that was pretty much all she wrote. Put in that higher low, and so far probably like an 80% move, 100% move, guys. About 100% move from these lows. That is absolutely fantastic. And so let's look at it on Coin Market Cap. So looking at Fcoin here, guys, this thing is the 81st biggest crypto out there in the space, 1.34 billion market cap. And this one honestly has not been listed on any of the big exchanges yet, including Binance and Coinbase. I believe you can trade perps on this on pretty much all exchanges, but in terms of spot markets, this hasn't been listed on any of the big ones. Fcoin is a derivative of GOAT, which we will talk about a little bit later, guys. But it's actually pretty insane to see Fcoin flip GOAT in terms of market cap. It's in the AI agent field, and it's pretty insane how people have taken attraction to this coin. Funny enough, I gave my students Fcoin all the way back here in November before it did a 30x, and honestly, with my moon bag, it's been amazing just to be able to trim on the way up here, just seeing this coin go. If you guys are interested, I will be sending out another class sign-up sheet for my February class. That's how my students get in my server. And so if you would like to be part of that, just follow me on my Twitter. Link is in the description below. And you guys will be able to keep up with me there if you want to be part of my next cohort. It's all TA based, guys, but it's also access to my Discord server, so up to you guys. But anyways, looking at Fcoin here, I do think this one is primed for all-time highs as long as it is really above this support resistance zone. So Fcoin right now tapping the top of resistance here at about 1.37. I do think the moment you see 1.37 flipped into support, this thing makes, honestly, probably new highs. I wouldn't be surprised to see it maybe stall at 1.6, but I do think this one is getting pretty close to breaking out of this range coming up. And so would I be interested in taking a trade here? I would be looking at this flip of 1.38 potentially, and if that doesn't work out, then I would be looking for a move to, let's say, about like 1.3 for a potential long opportunity, at least for a scalp long, something like this, and then judge a reaction on this SR zone. Because what you don't want to see is something like this, where you get a bounce here at this level, a move to this zone and a rejection, and then get a move similar to what you saw here in December, and then you would very likely come down to the bottom of this range. So definitely keep that in mind, that it's a possibility this does locally top. If it does locally top here, then yeah, I would be looking for a move somewhere on the bottom of this range for another trade opportunity. All right, guys, next coin we're going to be talking about is Grass here. So Grass is the 136th biggest crypto out there. I've heard really good things about this coin from a lot of smarter people than me in the crypto space, and they are looking for high valuations for this coin. Personally, I play things by the levels, but I will say this one has been doing quite well from a TA perspective over the last couple months, putting in these equal highs. I will say that locally it's been having a little bit, let's say, weaker of price action as of late, but at the same time, I am expecting this to push up to these highs in the future, whether it be from current price, where I would be looking for a bounce about here at 2.359 or so, or a move down potentially to this demand line for another bounce. As long as this demand line is holding, guys, I am looking for higher prices on Grass, just to keep it simple. Let's go with our volume pool here from this high to current price. Yeah, so you have a pretty good amount of confluence here at this level that I'm talking about for a potential bounce. It's your value area low of your range. Fib pull, boom, you've also got your golden pocket at these same levels. So would I be expecting a bounce here? Yes, I would. And then I would be looking for something like this potentially, just as a potential setup. All right, so that's my thoughts on grass. Goat here, like I talked about earlier with Fcoin, guys, this was the original, let's say, AI agent out there. It was the one that was before Fcoin. The team at 16Z actually, I'm pretty sure they had a AI agent launch Goat first and foremost. It was like the first AI coin out there pretty much. It's pretty insane. I know there's going to be debate over that, but as far as I've seen, yeah, this has been one of the biggest ones out there. And right now, guys, in terms of a TA perspective, I can't lie to you. In terms of what I think about current price, you have a pretty large falling wedge here that I think could break to the upside. But would I be counting my chickens before they hatch is the question. Definitely not. The reason why is that locally, this has been severely underperforming pretty much every other AI play out there in the market. And usually I am not a big fan of, let's say, laggards in this market. And this is one that I would consider to be a bit of a lagger. And so until you break out of that falling wedge, the supply line here, which I'm going to set an alert on, and until you flip this 388 level here on the chart, 388, I wouldn't be looking for higher prices yet on GOAT. And then looking at GOAT in terms of market cap here, guys, GOAT is the 189th biggest crypto out there in the space, and at the moment hasn't really been listed on any of the big exchanges in terms of spot buys. And out of every AI agent out there, guys, GOAT is not one that's really been on my radar a whole lot as of late. But at the same time, that's why I wanted to look at it and show you guys it today, because this falling wedge structure here, if this reclaim does happen, this could have a pretty large markup quickly. And even to the next support, this would be a 42% move. So I wouldn't be fading this one. All right, guys. And then Zerebro, which is another AI agent created coin here. This has been a very interesting chart. It is actually pretty insane to see the sell-off here. You know, the Binance cartel listing this as perpetuals on their exchange, and then having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight daily candles that were red here, that were negative, was pretty dang insane. I could not believe it. But do I think that the sell pressure here is going to wane? The way that I would look at this is, as long as Zerebro is back above this previous support resistance level, which could be a little bit more lenient with it, something like this, and then draw a support zone here. As long as it is above these levels, I do think that this has a chance for a nice bounce. And already you've gotten some sort of bounce here, but if you get another move to the bottom of this range, I think your RR here for a play, at least to mid-range here at about 0.5, I think it would be worth it. And so definitely have this one on your list, because not only does it look like it could have a nice move up from a TA perspective, but this is one of the smaller market cap cryptos on here. I know a lot of people have heard of Zerebro, but in terms of market cap, it's still pretty low on these lists, and it's not been listed on spot on any of the big exchanges yet, pretty much besides like Render and Tau, some of those earlier ones we talked about, guys. A lot of these haven't been hitting the mainstream markets as of yet, so I think getting in these early is going to be really important, guys. All right, and then last but not least, a little let's just say a little treat for you guys that I want you guys to keep on your charts and on your minds is it's Butthole coin here on Solana. I know it's a pretty interesting name, but at the same time, guys, I cannot fade a chart that looks like this with the narrative that everyone has one of these, if you know what I mean. So especially at the same time while Fcoin is running, guys, I do think Butthole coin probably gets a nice move up on its own. And not only do you have it from that narrative perspective here, but in terms of a TA look here, you have multiple things going for you. You've got a 886 there. Whether you take your pulls from this A point, wherever you put your C point, I'm not a huge, let's say, like, I'm not very worried about how you do it, as long as your 886 is valid here, which it is for me. And then this is my favorite part. Not only do you have the uptrend there with the 886, but if you are looking at this in terms of, let's say, like a pattern, if you pull your head and shoulders here on TradingView, you can see something pretty clear happening on this chart. To me, this is a very interesting looking inverted head and shoulders. You have a left shoulder that's higher than your head and a right shoulder that is also higher than your head. So I would definitely consider this to be valid. And in terms of the harmonic play, I always look for my C point to be hit first and then my A point. In terms of your inverted head and shoulders, you've got a measured move here that probably, lines up almost exactly with that C point here. And from current price to those levels, guys, you've got a nice 85% move there. So at the moment, this is a coin that I personally hold, and I am looking for higher prices on it. It's looking good from a TA perspective, guys. It is a lower cap crypto, so if we go to the coin market cap listing here, it is really low on this list. So I told you guys we'd be getting down in the shitters today. We've got a 3,000 market cap coin here in Butthole coin, and honestly, guys, like, if it weren't for the TA, maybe I wouldn't be super interested in this, but I gotta say, like, this is an impeccable chart, and with it being such a low market cap, I do think there's a very likely chance this plays out, and I'm excited to see where it goes. All right, guys, so that is the AI coin list today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like the video, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button, if you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel at traderneil. And if you stay till the end, put in the comment section AI, 2 letters, AI, and tell me what coins you want to see on my next video. We're going to talk a little bit about what coins that I expect to run before Trump's inauguration on Monday in another video coming up this weekend. So definitely stay tuned. And if you guys want to trade any of these coins with me, I just got a new partnership with Blofin. Blofin is one of the best exchanges out there to trade these coins, and honestly, guys, the best part about it is there are no KYC, and anyone can create an account with my link literally within 5 minutes after you verify your email. And so definitely sign up there if you guys haven't signed up already and want to trade these coins. But this is this is it. This is Trader Neil signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys very soon for a new one. Peace, guys. Thank you.